89 inmates, or 31.34% of the population, were under roster C, having current mental health issues. And 15 inmates, or 5.28% of the population, were under roster D, experiencing some form of serious mental illness. Psychotropic medications dispensed at the pre-release center. For the males, of the 34 inmates, 12 were receiving meds, or 35.29% of the population. Of the females, 8 females were at the pre-release center and 4 were receiving meds, or 50% of the population. And at the jail, of the 183 males, 88 were receiving meds, or 48.09%. Females, there were 31 and 10 were receiving meds, or 32.26. The total percent of males receiving meds at the pre-release center was 38.1. Total percent at the prison, 45.79. And within the entire prison system was 44.53. I will turn the floor over to Tyler then for the reentry program.
Morning, Tyler.
Morning, everyone. I'll start with the report from John Stahl, APO. The program population statistics, there was 0 sentenced, 97 APO, and 0 pretrial. The total program population as of May 1st was 97, 71 of which were male clients, and 26 of which were female clients. There was 50 program phase 2 clients and 26 program phase 3 clients. The total process intakes to date is 2,176. Moving on to the GPS alcohol monitoring services, there are currently 25 active clients receiving these services, 9 of which are on the alcohol monitor or the TAD units, 5 GPS monitors, 9 home guard units, and 2 SL3 breathalyzers. The total amount of client intakes into the GPS alcohol monitoring services is 2,198. The juvenile overview of services, there are 25 active cases on GPS services through geo monitors as of May 1st. Moving on to the in-prison reentry report, the current active participants as of April 30th was 41 with 2 pending intakes. Since January, there have been a total of 41 total intakes completed, 13 of which were completed in the month of April, 10 at the release center, and 3 at the jail. There have been 13 ORAS assessments completed. There was 7 in the month of April, 1 at the release center, and 6 at the jail. There's been a total of 41 transitional action plans that were created, 13 of which happened in April, 10 of which were at the release center, and 3 of which were at the jail. There's sessions that were completed as a total of 126, 43 of which were completed in the month of April, 30 of which were at the release center, and 13 of which were at the jail. The total participants in the in-prison program who were released from incarceration is a total of 35. There have been 12 referrals or appointments made and 161 resources that were given. The total referrals made to the in-prison reentry program is a total of 50, 47 of which came from the jail and 3 of which came from the release center. Of the total referrals made to the in-prison reentry program, 9 refused to participate in the program, 2 were released from incarceration prior to being seen, and 0 people were referred but did not meet the criteria of the program. The referrals broken down for the month of April, there was 13 total, 4 of which were probation violation, 2 max outs, 30 new cases, 11 domestics, 3 contempt, and then 0 pretrial and treatment court. The reentry services statistics, there's an average population per day of 108 with 13 total intakes, 24 total discharges, 10 successful completions, and the EM total participants is 31 adult, 23 juvenile, and 63 pretrial, which is a total of 117. And that is all I have.
Okay, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
The additional reports for the PRC and prison programs and the mental health forensic contacts are included for the board's review. And then moving on to additional informational highlights. Real quickly, Judge Butts did say she'd like to join. We just want to read out. I think that's probably the wrong.
Oh, yeah, it is. Hey, there we go. 9 for you. Okay. think this one's right up. No,
Gotta love technology. Additional informational highlights. On April 6th through 9th, Deputy Warden Barnes and I attended the Pennsylvania County Corrections Association Spring Conference in Erie. On April 10th, prison security and maintenance supervisors met with members of the Williamsport Bureau of Fire to discuss fire safety planning. This is something that was initiated by my maintenance manager at the jail, Zach Zelowitz. He contacted Williamsport Bureau of Fire to come in and with having a lot of new faces in both departments, have them come in and take a look at the facility, get the layout of it in case we'd ever have a fire issue. And also they reviewed our emergency plans, evacuation plans, and we're working together with them.
Good idea.
On April 14th, PRC Manager Thompson and I provided a tour of the pre-release center to Solicitor Bluth, Solicitor Hartley, and Ryan Morgan from the McCormick Law Firm. On April 17th, prison staff attended mental health first aid training part 2, conducted by correctional counselor Michaela Bernozzi and forensic case manager Barbie Osborne. On April 25th, Deputy Warden Barnes and PRC Manager Thompson participated in a career fair at the Lycoming County Career and Technology Center. That was something that was also coordinated through Human Resources. On April 25th, I attended the mock crash assembly at the Williamsport Area High School. That was also attended by Chief Deputy Spiegel, and the coroner was there as well. And on April 28th, I attended the CJAB pretrial subcommittee meeting held at 3rd Street Plaza. And those are all of the informational highlights.
Okay, thank you, Warden. Any questions for the warden? Old business, maybe the old business. Okay, at this time, we're going to turn shortly for an executive session. And then we'll come back for the remainder of the agenda after the executive session. Okay. Yeah. So the hard numbers are. Yeah, hard numbers are taken on each side. What's that? So yeah, Sir, we'll be back. Sir, how are you? Good, how are you? Okay. Crowd and decent on. Sure, I get all. We got. It's taking us. You know. So you're going with me. Okay.
Now it doesn't start.
Morning. That's Mr. Cooper.
I gotta go empty the glass.
Yeah.
Just like if you're going to help. It's 2 hours isn't the call. You get started right. And you can work. Now they're gonna start. Looking at it. Used to be 4:30. It was over. Right. It's not anymore. I think into the evening. So I can go to the show. That's all. It's usually something. think they're all in the right same. Laws. Yes, type of. It's girls. I know. I mean, most of those. Say it. To the thing with your age.
Okay, we'll reconvene the prison board meeting at this time. And do I have a motion to terminate the employment of Nathan Elniski?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, moving on to new business. Any new business at this time? Okay, hearing none. Any comments from the board?
Commissioner, I would just like to make sure that the board knows about the fact that this week has been proclaimed Corrections Employees Week in Lycoming County. We had a nice presentation of a proclamation at the public meeting of the commissioners yesterday that we greatly appreciate. And this is an initiative not just in Lycoming County, but in Pennsylvania, that the governor has proclaimed the week of May 4 through 10 as Corrections Employee Week in Pennsylvania as well. We appreciate the board's support.
Thank you, Warren. We had an opportunity to go over to the prison PRC and meet with some of the staff and thank them. And we want to extend our thank you to each one of the staff members. It's not an easy occupation, and appreciate them coming to work every day and serving the constituents of the county.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any public comment at this time? Cooper, morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Tony Cooper, Williamsport. Some time ago, I had come to the board and talked about the possibility of having a citizens advisory board.
Tony, can you speak up a little bit because the not be on. Yeah, make sure the mic's on.
Check.
There we go. Now we can.
All right.
Thank you.
I had come to you at some time before about the possibility of having a prison citizens advisory board augmenting the prison board. It's discovered that we, as a county, are not required to have such a caveat. However, the framework in the law allows for us to elect to do that if we want to. What a county oversight board looks like, which is kind of what they refer a prison board to in the law. It would be 3 citizens. They wouldn't be employees of the county. And it's up to the county chief executive to make that decision along with concurrence with your board. I was going to bring it up yesterday, but we were talking about corrections. So I just didn't. And then all the powers, duties, and responsibilities associated with that board caveat are listed in Title 61. And I have a copy of that here so you don't have to go look it up or whatever. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
That's like the difference on the first couple pages.
Okay, great. Thanks. Is there any other public comment at this time?
There's an online comment
Yes.
from Mick Green. Says, where are the juveniles being housed? And are their families able to easily visit them?
That would be a question for the courts.
Judge Buds isn't here at this time, so
She was trying to connect online, on the phone, but the phones are still down, so she's unable to He was unable to connect.
Um, District Attorney Marino, do you have any knowledge of that?
There are, I believe, a couple that have been. They are not moving their juvenile probation, it's not moving. Well, out of state like we were. And it's actually issues that we can deal with. As, some of the parents. As far as I know, are involved. Did. And
Thank you.
we're still working on something. Pre-release. Or, not only pension, but. Making sure that we have some beds available. We're being cautious. That, the DA's office, to this to. Trying to keep the pension. Period. And the supervisors. Issue information.
All right, thank you. Any other public comment at this time? Okay, our next prison board meeting will be on June 13th at the Lycoming County Prison. And we'll be at 8:30 on that date. Okay. Okay. And since we've completed our agenda, we'll be adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're